This is when I'm doing the mountain training where I'm really developing that long, steady state running, because the races that I'm doing You better believe it, it's time once again to break it down in the studio. How to run after the race this past weekend in Naples, I was just thinking, okay, it's time for our monthly installment of this vlog series, How to Run Faster. And I realized that we're all chasing down different goals, different dreams. Some of us could care, frankly, less about running faster. We just want to have fun, stay healthy, and have a little bit of motivation to turn that doorknob every single day. But at the same time, I do know, in fact, raise your hand down in the comments, are you very intrigued by, I know that I am, very intrigued by this thought process of discerning, boiling down, researching, trial and error as far as how can I personally achieve my own highest goals and dreams. I know for me, it just makes running so exciting, like we talked about yesterday, so exciting. And speaking of yesterday, comment of the day, so exciting and so inspiring for our daily living. Okay, shout out to the comment of the day. It connects so well to today's topic from Steve O'Neill. He said, the funny thing about running is that as soon as you hit a goal, you've just missed your next. Oh, I love that. My goal for a while was a sub 34-minute 10K. I hit it 2 days ago with a 33:33, my favorite number. As soon as I crossed the line, I said, I can go sub 33. I mean, it's just amazing. So I wrote back, amazing comment, so true. And he replied, listen to this. And as a side note, I've heard you mention age a few times. My 33:33 2 days ago was a personal best at the age of 42. At the age of 42, that's just impressive. I've run all my life from around 9 years old, and I'm hitting a great run of form all these years later. Never stop trying and setting goals. That is DGR strong right there. If I can run 33:33 that's 7 years away from me, when I'm 42 years old, I would be to the moon. So great job, Steve. Let's dive in. Here we go. I'm going to ask the question of the day here in a minute, and we're going to break this down. So today's vlog, this is an overarching view around the topic of how to improve your personal cardiac efficiency, okay? How efficient is your heart pumping blood through your body, capturing that oxygen through your lungs and pumping it out to the rest of your body, to your muscles, so yes, you can run faster, okay? So all the different topics I'm about to touch upon, just scrape the surface on. I think we're probably gonna have to make individual vlogs for each topic, all right? Sound good? All right, buckle up, turn your ears on, take your notepad out. Here we go. Now, when we are focused on the topic of cardiac efficiency, I mean, there are so many different directions we could take this topic, but I'm talking specifically about how efficient can our heart pump blood every single minute, and then also how strong is how much blood can each contraction of our heart pump blood, okay? Does that make sense? So the minute volume and the stroke volume, that is what I'm focused on today. Now, as we train longer distances, you know the vlog, upper right-hand corner, where I talk about how to run faster, run for 2 hours plus, okay? That's considered, for many of us, the long run for the week. It's so critical, you all know this, for all of us to be pursuing a long run at least once a week, okay? Those 2-hour plus windows, 2.5 hours, depending on the distance that you are training for and based upon your individual experience level. And as you begin, or maybe you've been doing long runs for years or decades on end, as you do that, your heart size, you probably already know this, but your heart size, the size of your heart, is literally changing. You're making your heart bigger and stronger. So much so that at rest, for the normal person, the normal person is pumping 4 liters of blood through their body every single minute. Whereas for the trained aerobic athlete, we can increase the volume of blood that we are pumping through our body, meaning we're increasing the amount of oxygen that is being delivered to our muscles, all right, so we don't tire as quickly, by 20 to 25%. How amazing. I mean, that's a huge, it's not 5%, it's not 3%, it's not even 10%, it's 20 to 25%. It blows my mind every time I hear that. In addition, when we do these long runs, our mitochondria in our cells, which the mitochondria is really considered the workhorse of our cellular system, and it's where our aerobic respiration really is taking place on the cellular level. Those mitochondria increase in size and number when we are pushing ourselves beyond that 2-hour limit in our training. Now, it may have been 2 years at this point. It's kind of crazy where time goes since I've mentioned or talked about capillaries. Now, what are capillaries? You might be, in case you are forgetting your high school anatomy class, capillaries are small branches of blood vessels that deliver oxygen and nutrients to our cells for aerobic respiration. Yes, of course, the more endurance training we do, not the fast stuff, not the anaerobic training. I'm talking about aerobic training specifically. The more endurance aerobic training we do, the more dense and efficient these capillaries become, okay? So just another benefit to these long, I'm not gonna say the LSD runs, the long, slow distance runs, but those long, there you go, here we go. LSD, long, steady runs. You know me, I like that word steady. So for me, that's that 7 to 7:30 pace approximately, maybe 6:50 to 7:20 pace for me, where I'm just in a good, solid, steady state. Kind of like yesterday's run. Yesterday's run for me was 2.5 hours, just at a nice, steady, I think I was right about 7:25 to 7:30 a mile. Now, as far as our coronary blood flow, so this is the, oh man, bear with me, but I mean, again, I'm not the science guy, but the coronary blood flow is basically the blood flow that is happening like right off of our heart, okay? I'll try and find an effective image on the screen right now, just to kind of help you all have seen this image probably before, but just to help you visualize the heart, okay? So this is the coronary circulation system, and what happens, again, when we do the long, steady runs, we are literally, once again, not only increasing the size of our heart, but increasing the diameter of these coronary circulation systems. So basically, how much blood can literally, think of a hose. That's a good way. So the hose in your garden, when you're watering in the summertime, I know I've seen hoses for sale at Home Depot that are skinny these days. That's a hardware store here in the United States, for those that don't know, that are skinny. And I'm like, wow, how is there any water flowing through these hoses at an effective rate? So I'm looking for the hose that the firefighters are using that are just able to pump more water through that hose. So as we are doing this aerobic training for cardiac efficiency, we're literally remodeling, we're recreating, we're expanding, and this is a really important point for all the newer and, quote unquote, rookie runners out there. Patience. It's not a month. It's not 6 months. It might not even be 2 years, okay? I just be very frank with you. It could take years and years for you to increase the size of your coronary circulation around your heart in order to, if you see people flying by you in these local 5K and 10K races, good chance. Now it might be natural talent level, don't discredit that either, but there's a good chance that they just simply have more experience than you. So this cardiac efficiency is literally remodeling the size of our coronary arteries, thus increasing the amount of blood our heart can pump every single minute. Now, in summary, and I know I just skimmed over, I mean, just real briefly mentioned, really just to give you some, and I'll put them on the screen right now, just some buzzwords that, frankly, you can go research on your own and figure out. I have some anatomy books inside that are focused around exercise physiology that I reference. But this is just to plant the seeds, and yes, it connects to the question of the day here in a minute. But in summary, the more often, and I'm not talking about once a month or twice a month, I'm talking about at least once a week. You know me, if you follow my training closely on Strava, it's more than once a week. It's often twice a week, and in the summertime, it even goes up to 3 or 4 times a week where this is when I'm doing the mountain training, where I'm really developing that long, steady state running, because the races that I'm doing in the summertime especially are long, slower. They're still trying, I still try to race them fast, but they're not like racing on the roads in a half marathon or marathon distance. So the more often we're able to stimulate our aerobic system for longer durations, we improve our body's ability to absorb oxygen, to help blood circulate faster from the heart through the arteries, capillaries, and veins, and then, yes, back to the heart again. And last but not least, to more efficiently create this pulmonary ventilation, which we really didn't talk about yet. I'll save that for next month. So, question of the day. Okay. What area of the aerobic system would you like me to focus on for in the next 2 weeks? I will make another vlog all about how to run probably after the Toledo, Ohio half marathon. So after April 25th. What area are you interested in the heart, in the capillaries, in the mitochondria, in the aerobic versus anaerobic, in our blood? Oh my God, it's insane how many different avenues we could go down as we are all striving to train, run faster, but also understand why we are doing the training that we are doing. Okay, everybody, thanks for tuning in. That is the vlog. I just wanted to give a brief overview about how to improve your cardiac efficiency, and we'll dive deeper into this very, very soon, here in 2 or 3 weeks from now. I'm going to toss it to the How to Run Faster playlist. I have a playlist with about 10 different vlogs, covering all sorts of different topics right here, in case you want to dive deeper into some of the topics I just mentioned in today's vlog. Keep turning that doorknob. That, at the end of the day, is how we run faster. All right, everyone, seek beauty, work hard, and love each other. See you tomorrow.